Hallo, willkommen zu Dragon's Dogma 2. So, Ton ist da, Game läuft, alles läuft. Moment, ich muss mal kurz gucken, was haben wir denn hier Schönes? Okay, ein paar Items. So, meine Freunde, okay, bin ich ready. Los geht's. Oh, da ist mein Merlin. Mein Merlin. Was für Level bin ich? 24, 23, 18, 19. Ich müsste mal meine zwei Begleiter wechseln. Das können wir ja hier gleich machen, oder? Ich nehme jetzt. Entschuldigung. Ich nehme dir mal alles weg, was sie haben. Nichts. Die hat ein bisschen was. Gut, 54, ja. Die kann ich mitnehmen.
Never did I dream you would grow so mighty, Arisen. You're a sight to behold.
Ach, ich sowas, keine Ahnung.
I'm grateful to have served you for so long,
Tis a
Arisen.
happy twist of fate.
»54, 51, alter Verwalter Fingers. Wer ist denn die bei mir? Die Queen ist das. Okay, wo sind denn alle hin jetzt?
Leave the finding of equipment enhancing materials to me.
Wie ist denn von mir?
All told, I'm rather.
Wien 18.
This rumor has been troubling me ever since I first caught wind of it.
Hm.
I am attentive and loyal, and prefer to remain by your side. In battle, I shall follow your lead and prioritize support.
Nimm ich den da? Was
I
kommt
know
der?
precisely when a curative is needed, Master. You'll never fall in battle so long as I'm around.
Oh, ich nehme mal so einen dicken mit.
Let us work together to honor the...
Not sure I can handle this. Assess the field.
Fancy a gander? I find good. Always a pleasure.
Ja, ja, okay.
No purchases to be made today, I see. I just hope.
Ich weiß nicht, ob der das verwendet. Okay, so jetzt. Ich habe zwei neue Begleiter und das letzte Mal waren wir in der Höhle. Und dann gehen wir jetzt einfach mal da lang. Dann holen wir 2 Steine, können wir mal in das Dorf Armelf. Da soll ich da auch mal vorbeilaufen. Da oben habe ich alles erkundet. Ja, dann gehen wir mal da, wo ich hinschaue ungefähr. Da komme ich aber auf die andere Seite. Will ich das? Ja, auf der Seite habe ich eigentlich alles erledigt. Was haben wir hier? Ruhestand des Mörderers. Ja, komm, wir gehen dahin. Das letzte Mal haben wir ein paar coole Viecher gekillt und so. Und jetzt gehen wir mal spazieren. Können wir nochmal wieder gehen.
Speaking of which, our ranks have grown, yet we pawns are... Look, Master! Goblins!
We have no means of exploiting our enemy's weakness. You're soaked. Do try not to catch cold. I will protect you. Here, an enchantment of cold to freeze our foes. I cannot conquer at your prowess.
Der explodiert gerade.
Where that came from.
Well said.
Oh, was gibt's denn hier Schönes?
We have found a material.
Different combinations of materials result in different creations. I would so
No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. An early griffin gets the worm, as they say. I'll turn you into a infant.
Ja, hast du davon, Kleiner.
What is that, a tower? Nay, a statue.
We ought to take a closer look.
Nice. Deswegen auch die Markierung hier hingesetzt.
While in another world, I happened upon a treasure chest rather close by here. Perhaps I could show you the way. Follow me, then. Unless you doubt my sense of direction.
Do you want me to go down this slope, Master?
Gleich,
Just bear
warte.
in mind that I shan't be able to climb back up again.
Was steht denn da? Dieser herrliche Anblick. Die Landschaft scheint sich in alle Richtungen zu entfalten und ihre Geheimnisse dem geduldigen Beobachter zu offenbaren. Okay, komm.
One can see far to the distance from here.
Perhaps we might take a moment to savor the scene.
I quite agree.
We might scratch another task off our list while we're here, if we are so inclined.
Efficiency is not the only factor worthy of consideration.
Our road was a long one, but here we are at last.
Let my magic imbue your weapon with the fury of the elements. I shan't let it harm you.
That was thrilling. I did not know I could feel so alive.
Dunkel. Wieso steige ich eigentlich bei Nacht?
Such a magnificent tapestry of stars.
I suppose 'tis so.
Guard all you want. It won't make a difference when I grapple you, see?
So.
We're in fine form. Our foe will soon be sorry to have gathered us. Try not to get hit, lest all that vim go to waste.
Isis Sting is yours to wield.
Was ist das jetzt? Komm, spiel mal in der Woche nicht, vergiss mal wieder die ganze Steuerung. Und ne, hier oben bleibt doch noch einer, oder? Ne. Ich brauch so komische Geisterdinger. Eigentlich mal.
We mustn't allow ourselves to become complacent. Take each trial as it comes.
That Lady Margaret's a kindly sort. We met when I worked with her husbands.
It strikes me that we have not visited Melv for some time. Shall we stop by and see how its people fare of late? I can guide you there, if you wish.
You're in your hands, sir. Much obliged.
Falscher Knopf. Was soll ich jetzt hier machen? Aufträge. Besuch Melf hin und wieder habe ich. Bin ich doch jetzt. Gibt's hier was jetzt?
There's a ladder here.
Perhaps new discoveries await us above.
Well met. Looking to make a purchase.
Habe ich Schrott? Nee.
Hope to see you again.
We're not to talk during missions.
In every age, hence, pawns ought not to mention. They are skilled combatants. 'Tis clear their concept of life and
Apologies, but I can't offer you a ride, sir.
Aber ich kann euch keine Fahrt anbieten. Warum nicht? Die meisten kann fahren früh morgens los, aber falls du zu spät oder zu früh eintrittst, kannst du die Zeit bis zur nächsten Abfahrt an der Augsburg vertreiben.
This sort of quiet means all's well.
Dann halt auch laufen, kommen wir laufen, scheiß drauf. Brauche ja eh noch so Phantomviecher, glaube ich. Für eine Mission. Und die kommen ja nur nachts, vielleicht kommt ja einer. Ich glaube, dass sie RP bekommen.
Let my magics grant you an elemental boon.
other foes.
Okay. Kann man so machen.
A fine place to harvest some ingredients.
We could pick some now and use them when the need arises.
Wenn wir da wohl gestartet
Come to
sind.
think of it, different masters favor different pawns. One whom I served preferred to have beastrons for allies.
Each to their own.
It isn't my way to gossip.
Ja, die halt nicht mit mir. Ah, hier kann ich doch Ding. Das ist die andere Seite von der Höhle. Jupp. Die habe ich schon gesammelt, jawohl.
My curative magics are at your disposal. Wait a moment.
Danke. Was gibt's hier Schönes? Nichts.
Saurians there!
Ice, most effective against this.
The Arisen has been drenched. Here, an enchantment of cold to freeze our foes.
So, am Ufer entlang laufen. Hm.
Not live.
Hier war ja auch schon. Überall war ich schon. Mann, Mann, Mann.
You're well fond of picking things up, aren't you?
I've a modest talent for spotting materials that can be used to enhance your equipment. I can even mark them on your map.
Wäre nicht schlecht gewesen. Naja.
I seem to recall there being a treasure chest in this area when I explored it in other worlds. Shall I lead the way?
Ah, yes. I know where we need to go.
Very well. I'll guide you there directly.
Would seem we've little choice but to set out for the place.
Small, lass mich da aufstehen jetzt.
It's about time we pressed on, wouldn't you say, Master?
Gib mir was Gutes, gib mir was Gutes. Was gibt's denn da? Ring der Gleichgültigkeit. Ich weiß nicht.
We've arrived, I see. That's a relief.
Weiche Pellerine. Aha. Bringe den durch Schlagangriff verletzten Schaden. Wann ist eine Höhle? Gehen wir doch mal in die Höhle, oder? Wenn ich da hinkomme.
The way forward is unclear. How are we to proceed? Master, I believe I could be of aid here. I would gladly be of aid arisen.
Apologies, Master, but I can't guide you there from our current location.
My talents lie in combining materials. Where ought we to go now?
You would have me lead?
I would be glad to demonstrate the efficacy of my mage skill,
Alter!
should you desire magical assistance. Might I be of assistance?
Das ist einfach rübergegleitet. Höhle der
It is
Verlorenen.
always daunting to venture into the unknown.
Keep stout of heart.
Not much chance of a friendly conversation with this lot.
We have no means of exploiting our enemy's weakness. Isis sting is yours to wield.
That was impeccably timed, Arisen.
Irgendwie ist manchmal der Loot oder manchmal nicht, naja.
Seems your luck's running.
I shan't allow any further harm to come.
Drop all your valuables, and I'll might just let you live. Feast your eyes on this.
Bin ich mein eigener gerade geschlagen?
Water is nigh invisible in this gloom. No few times is an overconfident step soaked.
I dare say that's part and parcel of the adventurous trade.
'Twould behoove us not to approach what lies ahead.
Quite right. Let sleeping dogs lie, as they say.
Train hard, be sure to avoid open flames. Let my magic infuse your weapon, fury of the elements.
Our foe stumbles. Just one more push to bring it down.
Run fast and true, and our quarry shall fall.
Wo ist der hin jetzt?
I think I can. Was most effective.
Oh, ihr habt mich festgefroren, oder was?
Would seem our foe unbalanced.
There is no better time to strike.
The moment of victory is at hand. Let us finish this.
Was war das jetzt für ein Viech? Wie heißt das? Oger. Das war ein Oger, okay. Fantastisches Wochenende, mein Junge. Sehr gut.
I'll go and open the chest.
Ah! Oh, nicht runtergefallen, Gott sei Dank. Jackie ist wieder da. Ein Oger war das. Ein Oger.
This is generally used as a material.
Different combinations of materials result in different creations.
Have my protection.
Ah, die ist ja doof. Kann der mal da runterkommen? Wo ist die jetzt da oben? Immer noch.
Dare I say it? We trounced our foe well and true.
No doubt, this triumph will spur us into the next.
Where are the Saurians?
Ice will be most effective against this foe.
Here, an enchantment of cold to freeze our foes.
Ich loot mal hier. Was gibt's hier Schönes? Verwelkte Zweige, geil. Wunderelixier, okay.
Did you fall in a puddle? You're positively soaked.
Wo bin ich denn? Naja. Gehen wir auch mal weiter. Bitte was Cooles, was Großes. Gib mir einen großen Gegner. Ich mag große Fette.
An unlikely location for a path. Mayhap it leads to a hidden hoard of treasure.
Pray keep your wits about you. We needn't go barging in.
Macht da so komische Geräusche? Hörst du das? Das wird ernst mit irgendwie. Ich weiß nicht, was es wäre.
Danger might lurk anywhere. Wear every shadow and mind the ceiling.
We'll manage whatever comes. We always do, don't we?
Dörrfleisch. Dörrfleischchen.
You're well fond of picking things up, aren't you? While in another world, I happened upon a treasure chest rather close by here. Perhaps I could show you the way.
Let my magics grant you an elemental boon.
Wo ist denn das Scheißviech? Fertig, Merlin. Ich will eigentlich runtergehen. Du hast sie auf die Brüste geklotzt. Hat sich so ergeben, Chris. Das hat sich so ergeben. Ich will eigentlich runtergehen, weil da komme ich nicht mehr hoch wahrscheinlich.
We are to retreat then?
Little does our foe realize how narrowly they escaped death's touch. It is no great shock to me.
Komm her, gute Frau. Genau.
Very useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
No harm in picking a few.
Ja, auf wieder in die Höhle. Ich muss wieder in die Höhle.
Look, Master, a treasure chest. We shall have to find a way to reach it.
Ja, jetzt vom Wochenende ist ja. Und bei dir?
You're welcome to take whatever you like from my pack, Master. I'd gladly see you put what I find to good use.
Ich muss bei dem Spiel nichts lesen, Jackie, das weißt du doch. Bei dem Spiel lese ich nichts.
It's well worth the effort of breaking it.
Hm. Komm, komm. Kletter jetzt hoch, Junge. Guck mal, Christian habe ich getötet. Fetten Oger. Ich glaube, der hieß Oger. Ah, hier ist er. Ich würde sagen, hier ist einfach eine Sackgasse, aber nee, ist es nicht. Hier ist eine Schatztruhe und dann ist eine Sackgasse. Bringt des Hochgefühls. Ich würde erklären, wie ich die maximale Gesundheit. Was haben wir hier? Verringert durch Schlangenriff verhältnismäßigen Schaden. Richtiger Kyros. Was hat denn der für ein Schwert eigentlich? Siegreicher Greif. 500 Stärke. Wie viel hat meins? 333. Macht ein bisschen mehr Schaden wie meins. Von was bist du nicht überzeugt? Und dann, da muss ich es wiederbeleben, Chris. Das ist nicht nett. Den da, oder was? Hier ist nichts in der Nähe. Oh, da ist so eine Karawane. Kann ich jetzt einmal aufsteigen?
Oxcarts make for relatively safer travel.
They can be most convenient, though they travel only during the day.
Es geht doch gar nicht mit jedem wahrscheinlich, oder? Komme ich da irgendwie hoch? Alter, was ist denn das für Minotaure? Da, ich wurde weggejietet, Alter. Alter, da kommt einfach ein fetter Greif. Warum kommt auf einmal ein Greif dazu? Wo ist die Karawane hin? Hier war doch noch eine Karawane gerade. Ja, komm mal runter, Junge. Ich check nicht mal, wo ich bin. Ah, da ist die Karawane. Hallo, was passiert mit mir? Ich stecke irgendwie fest. Ja, bis jetzt waren die Gegner echt nicht so herausfordernd, muss man sagen. Du weißt ja, ich bin einfach immer verdammt gut im Spielen. Daran wird's liegen. Hab gewonnen! Ja, Mann, Chris. Werden die mich, wie heißt das? Vielleicht gesponsert von denen.
You're well fond of picking things up, aren't you?
Hier so ein fettes Ding mitten auf dem Weg. Nein! Oh Gott sei Dank. Jetzt probieren wir mal was, ob das funktioniert, wie ich es mir vorstelle. Nee, schade. Ja, voll cool, wenn das jetzt kaputt gegangen wäre, oder? Dann wäre so eine Flutwelle gekommen, hätte mich weggeballert. Ich finde, die Kämpfe sehen cool aus, aber bis jetzt waren die nicht wirklich schwer, das stimmt. Da ist ein Harpien. Komm her, Jungs, Mädels. Ich kann mir ja so Harpien festhalten, schau mal. Weißt du eigentlich, was es bringt?
An enchantment of cold, freeze our foes.
Jetzt hat's mich einfach da runtergehauen. Okay. Das wollte ich so nicht. Ohne Fallschaden, oh Gott sei Dank. Wo ist denn das Scheißviech jetzt? Eine Münze, nice.
Must finding these be so difficult?
A splendid discovery.
I'd have to remember to tell my own master about this.
Ich mach gar keine Missionen mit dem Spiel. Ich laufe einfach durch die Welt. Okay, ich mache gerade so halb eine Mission. Ich versuche einfach nur in die Stadt wieder zurückzukommen. Dabei die Welt zu erkunden. Na. Was haben wir denn da? Gegner, ja.
Feast your eyes on this.
Ah, der hat ihn genommen, pass auf, der hat ihn genommen. Ja. Oh,
Let my magic grant you an elemental.
das hat mir cooler vorgestellt.
Impressive, Master.
I dare say the prison is defeated this one without.
Ihr wisst, die gehen ja voll nervig, die kleinen Viecher. Die stehen da in diesem scheiß Busch und ich sehe die nicht mal. Was haben wir hier
I
Schönes?
seem to recall there being a treasure chest in this area when I explored it in other worlds. Shall I lead the way?
Ja.
I will protect you. This ox cart was beset by assailants it could not shake. And this is the result.
The roads are hardly safe.
We ought to proceed with caution.
Ja, das kaputt machen, ja. Könnte es mir was? Nein. Ist hier was? Ja, muss es hier gehen, ich sehe noch keine. Naja. Das machen die anderen schon. Hab ich einen Schrott? Wildheitsextrakt. Guck mal, ich spiele irgendwie bis jetzt. Kriegt man echt selten irgendwie eine bessere Waffe und so. Ah, schau mal. Da ist noch so ein Stier. So ein Ochse. Gar kein Kahn mehr dran.
We have found a material.
Different combinations of materials result in different creations.
Lol. Die scheiß Viecher hier looten mal, hier
Come
überall.
over here.
Okay. Ja, aber weißt du, wo du hin willst, ja?
Come to think of it, we're all of differing vocations, aren't we?
Our respective abilities are unique as well.
We must each of us hone our skills. A jack of all trades is a master of none.
Our road was a long one, but here we are at last.
Ich bin jetzt zu der Kiste geführt, die ich schon geöffnet habe, oder was? Idiot. Mit der Ausdauer ist ein bisschen nervig. Das macht 5 Meter ein Rennen. Wenn man nicht mehr rennen kann. Aua. Einmal. Und da, nee. Hallo. Was gibt's auf der Seite Schönes? Ein paar Knochen. Ein Händler oder was?
I've got wares of it.
Was hast du, Lampe? Nichts weiteres verkaufen. Achso, Merlin ist gar nicht da. Warte mal, wo ist mein Merlin?
That's
Der
just
kommt
as well.
angerannt.
Better to be selective than wasteful.
I've got wares of every ilk.
Was kann ich dir verkaufen? Da, fauliges Rüppchen. Wo kannst du haben?
It isn't an easy life, but I enjoy the travel. Pleasure doing business with you.
Das Reden ist ein bisschen sinnlos bei den Spielen irgendwie mit manchen NPCs. Ich habe die letzte Stunde nicht einmal geblinzelt. Okay, gute Information.
Goblins, Master! I shan't let you harm you.
Was meinst du mit fliegenden Label? Die nahmen uns auch so. Vielleicht kann man es ausstellen, ich weiß gar nicht. Das ist eine gute Idee. Option, Steuerung, Kamera, Spieleinstellung vielleicht. Muss doch Tester sein, oder?
Now seems a fine time to sort through your belongings, Master.
If you've anything edible, I'll gladly lessen your burden.
Jetzt sehe ich halt ihre Lebensanzeigen nicht mehr.
Ah, I suppose there will be monsters lurking beyond it. I've a feeling 'tis best left untraveled. Am I the only one?
Wird irgendwas vom Wolf gerade gekillt? Hallo?
You'll not live to regret this.
Ich muss sagen, wir haben mich dran gewöhnt, dass das Ding ist.
Shall we see if there's all... to be found while we're here?
Fucking Wölfe. Das ist nämlich voll nervig, weil die beißen immer, da rennen die weg.
Let my magic imbue your weapon with the fury of the elements. I'll gather this. It might be of use. You have my protection. Pray, allow me to open yon chest.
Noppenlederstiefel. Wie viele Wölfe kommen da noch bitte?
Naught compares to the thrill of victory. One cannot help but feel indomitable.
We mustn't allow ourselves to become complacent. Take each trial as it comes.
Lecker.
What say we get some rest? I'm not sure I could face a trek with my belly
Bis
so
zum
full.
Abend ausruhen.
Agreed. We ought to give ourselves
Ja,
a
komm.
chance to recover ere we continue on our journey.
Haven't you a lantern?
Ah, da ist doch das, was ich brauche.
Isis sting is yours to wield.
Ja, wo kann ich die jetzt looten? Da habe ich's. Endlich.
I've just recalled. I found a treasure chest near here during my travels beyond the rift. May I show you to its location?
Ich glaube, das Spiel verarscht mich gerade ein bisschen. Ich glaube nicht, dass ich hier wegkomme. Mehr. Scheiße, die können mich doch nicht auf so einen Vorsprung spawnen lassen, oder? Ah, leck mich doch am Arsch. So ein Scheiß.
And here we are, in the blink of an eye. Shall we take stock of our surroundings?
Have you business with the guild, sir? I should be glad. Have you found any of the items we...
Jawohl, Wünschel. Routentorn. Wie viel habe ich? 30. Ich habe doch mehr als 30 jetzt. Das war noch bei 50. Kriege ich das nächste. 20 Stück. Hm. Die Startrampe funktioniert bei mir nicht. Ich bin zu dumm dafür. Schildruf. Schildschlag.
Always a pleasure.
I heard a rumor that this land was once a kingdom of beastrons.
Truly?
Quite. Though no definitive records remain.
Was mit dem los ist, rennt auf einmal weg. Die schnappe ich mir. Hoffentlich. Wo ist denn der jetzt? Da ist er. Rennt er von mir weg, oder? Soll ich ihn schlagen? Ist es nur ein Zufall, dass er von mir wegrennt? Ihr, was willst du von mir, Junge? Komm, den packe ich mir jetzt.
This ladder looks sturdy enough to climb.
After you, Arisen.
Ich bin gefangen.
My, I'm trapped like a rat in a cage. This Arisen's both shrewd and fleet of foot. Ah, 'tis obvious, no? I am an agent of a sort. Let's just say there are some who don't want you wandering about as you please. I was to report on your comings and goings, you see. But I suppose that job's over, now you found me out. So, how about it, friend? Will you let me go? I've no reason to trouble you any further.
Entschädigung verlangen.
Aye, aye. You'll have your coin. That's how this works, isn't it? Greed will get you nowhere, friend. But worry not. You won't need it where you're headed.
I shan't allow any further harm to come to you. Let my magics grant you an elemental boon.
Da versucht mich zu töten. Soll ich den wiederbeleben? Ich weiß nicht.
As I recall, we have another matter to attend to in this domain.
Should we head there now? Would save us having to make the trip again.
Okay.
Shit! We're in for it now.
With all likelihood, he is an agent dispatched from Batal. Pray, let us handle the rest. We will hear all he has to say before the week is out. I bid you, wait till then.
Yes, sir.
Ha, Lappen. Habe ich die erwischt? Schuld ist mir so ein Wiedergeburtsstein.
Not much going on here.
Ja, was mich nervt. Diese komische Geschichte eines Bettlers. Weiß ja, wo der Penner wohnt.
predicament. Quite the predicament.
Was ist das Haus nochmal? 200.000 habe ich nicht, Junge. Ich habe gerade mal die Hälfte. Ich komme wieder, wenn ich so viel habe. Weil hier wohnt ja der Bettler. Der gar kein Bettler ist eigentlich.
You need a permit to mind. Rumor has it that's led to some people. Come to think of it, I've nary a clue.
I do not believe we are.
Ob der da ist. Ja, da hockt er doch.
I'm not accustomed to speaking with strangers in the street. Good day.
Easy there, friend.
Master, my heart knows no greater peace than when I am by your side.
Can't remember the last time I had a proper meal.
I'm not accustomed to
I ne'er stood a chance. You've pushed your luck too far.
I'm not accustomed to speaking with strangers in the street.
A certain standing is required to be here.
Wo ist der jetzt hin?
I'm not accustomed to speaking with.
Perhaps you would indulge me in conversation?
Aha, schau mal. Ich habe schon einen Blumenstrauß für dich.
Wonderful.
Muss ich wieder warten, bis der Mongo irgendwas macht hier? Hast du den Typen frei?
Can't remember the last time I had a proper meal.
Was macht er denn da?
Always a fresh breeze blowing round here.
If memory serves, there is another place we were to visit not far from here.
Perhaps we ought to go there first. What say you, Arisen?
Da. Muss mal überlegen. Hier war auch mal was, oder? Was ist das Haus? Oh, was passiert hier?
Welcome home, young master.
Thank you, Diana. I am glad to be back. 'Twas a hard journey, but I found what I sought. A blue sunbright, the sigil of our house. I only hope Mother will be pleased.
Oh, a blue sunbright. I thought they were make-believe.
Oh no, they're quite real. Rather rare, though, and particularly to Melv. I'm surprised you've heard of them, to be frank.
Really? Well, there's a picture of one stuck to the inner cover of a book that was donated to the Gracious Hand. I asked Sir Kendrick about it. He told me the flower's name.
A picture, you say? How very odd.
I believe Miss Daphne is describing a bookplate. The book in question will have been a donation from this very house. Indeed, the mistress has been very generous in her support of the Gracious Hand over the years.
For true? Oh, I must tell her thank you.
I think I could arrange that. I'm certain my mistress would be delighted.
Yes. Well, as for me, I'm
Gib
just
mir eine
pleased to be
Belohnung,
home
Junge.
safe and
Geld,
sound.
Geld, Geld.
All this racket. What's going on?
Zieht ihre zwei Kinder.
Gracious, what is the meaning of this?
Oh, you must be the lady who's been supporting the Gracious Hand. Thank you ever so much for all you've done for us.
What precisely have you told this girl?
Not a word, mistress. I swear it.
Good. As for you, girl, you need not thank me. 'Tis the privilege of the nobility to help those who are less fortunate. Now, 'tis getting late. You had best be off. Do be sure to leave the house unseen.
No.
And fare you well, child. Know that where'er life may lead you, you may take pride in who you are. Come, Diana. I would speak with you alone. You have some explaining to do.
Jetzt gibt's Ärger.
What's that all about? Mother seemed awfully perturbed.
The air certainly took a fell turn back there. Perchance we stepped on aught we shouldn't have.
I cannot say whether our path was the right one, but there's no changing it now.
'Tis a relief to be home safe and... What was that all about?
To think the lady here has been supporting the... Are all the nobles so kind? I can't wait to tell everybody at the...
What's going on?
Doesn't seem right, this.
I'm afraid not. I've naught to say to the likes of you.
Seems you won't be swayed.
Hätten wir euch nichts zu sagen. Willst du mich verarschen hier? Was ist mit Leuten neben mir? Ups, ist mir da runtergefallen. Das wollte ich gar nicht. Wollte ich das? Ja, egal.
This ladder can take us to new heights.
We ought to put it to good use.
Bin ich jetzt. Was liegt denn da? Bettlergewand. Da gibt es Bettlergewand. Hilda oder Selina? Geschenke für mich. Was haben wir denn hier Schönes? Das ist ein kleines Geschenk von mir. Ich hoffe wirklich, es gefällt euch. Ich habe es selbst ausgesucht. Glaubt ihr, ihr könnt Verwendung dafür finden? Daphne. Daphne mag mich voll. Ich hatte geahnt, dass ihr heute nicht hier sein würdet. Und doch brach ich auf, euch zu sehen. Was für eine Närrin, nicht? Jedoch bedauere ich nicht, hierher gekommen zu sein. Es ist eine Gelegenheit, dieses Paket zu übergeben. Und von dem ich hoffe, dass es euch auf dem kommenden Weg helfen wird. Gebt auf euch Acht und möge dieser Brief euch wohl auffinden. Ulrika. Alter, ich habe voll die Verehrerinnen. Einlagern. Wir warten bis es Tag wird. Komm, wir warten bis es Tag wird, oder?
Shall we get some rest then?
Oh.
In another world,
A good sleep does wonders.
Come. We've much to be getting on with.
Shall we get underway?
Das ist richtig. Ich dachte mir gerade, bin ich hier falsch? Nee, bin ich nicht. So.
Yes, sir. Have you procured what I asked? Splendid. You've my gratitude. Unfortunately, I can give you little more than that. Forgive me, but I must return to my rounds directly. Ah, but in place of a reward, mayhap I could give you a tour of the premises. Only if you've the time and inclination, of course. What say you? As servants of the gracious hand, we provide whatever treatment we can to those yet, at times, 'tis not enough. Perhaps you will recall the parents who were here when you first arrived. An unfortunate pair. They've suffered no few hardships in the slums, and now even their poor son Lubomir has... By chance, he was examined by a roaming man claiming to be a doctor. Yet, the family had not the money for the medicine he required. So, he was put into our care. Here he is. This young man is Lubomir.
Wo ist denn der Junge? Das ist voll der alte Mann.
We've been administering the medicine recommended by the doctor who examined him.
but he has yet to show any sign of recovery. To be perfectly honest, I doubt the soundness of that so-called doctor's judgment. After all, there is no shortage of ne'er-do-wells out there, willing to claim their medicine the only cure, that they might inflate its price. But I suppose I ought not say such things so openly. At any rate, I'd best Come. We've medicine to prepare. We've enough to make a fresh batch now, thanks to a kind donation.
Psst! You there. Help me. Listen, the sisters here are good to us, but I'm growing weaker day by day. It started with a slight fever, and now I can scarce lift myself up. See that empty bed? An old man was lying in it till just a few days past. He told me he was feeling better, that he'd be well enough to leave anon. And now he's... Mayhap I'm just imagining things. I hope that's the case. And yet... Gah... Something isn't right about this place. Pray, should you hear any queer rumors about the Gracious Hand, come tell me of them, won't you? I'd see to it myself, but I can hardly move.
Das sucht die erlösende Hand. Ich spiele sowas wie Geheimgänge.
I spend my days in quiet reflection.
This is a place of prayer. Do keep your voice low.
Each of our patients deserves our full attention. Would that we had more hands to aid us.
Might you be a friend of Lubomir's? He's seen better days, hasn't he? There has been talk of sending him down to the basement, should his condition fail to improve. That is, the basement sick room, where our most critical patients convalesce under the abbess's care. None of the other sisters are permitted entry, including myself. Teles, she gives the patients a special medicine. I know not what kind. At times I hear strange cries and moans drift up from below. Which is to be expected. Those who come here suffer all manner of afflictions, you see. And yet, a part of me is afeared for them.
So, the worst of us are taken to the basement. Mayhap that's the source of the queer voices I hear at night. And none save the abbess can enter? If the Gracious Hand has a secret, 'tis the abbess who keeps it, I reckon. You've done this much for me. Would you be willing to go further? I must find out what goes on down there. You've my thanks. I just can't stomach the thought of lying here not knowing.
Wollen wir da jetzt rein, Kumpel?
Of course, all the better should your search come to naught. But if you do find aught amiss down in that basement, it must be the abbess's doing. Should you find evidence fit to implicate her, will you help me see to it that justice is carried out? See, I've already reported my suspicions to the sentinels, and we've arranged a signal. If you apprehend the abbess, they'll know to come and arrest her. So I beg you, sir, find the evidence you need, if it exists to be found.
Aught about this reeks of a plot. Let us gather evidence that we might expose it.
Right you are.
Got something for me?
Share with me yours.
An unsettled mind begets an unsettled world.
Oh,
How might
that's
we enter the basement sick room?
Not a bad idea.
eine schlechte Idee. Der hat doch gar nichts gesagt. Wie komme ich da rein? Vielleicht komme ich da nachts rein.
I do hope naught befalls Lubomir. I should like to see him walk out of here in good health.
This is generally used as a material.
Different combinations of materials result in different creations.
Here to ask aught of me, are you?
Okay.
One day, I'm going to have proper raiment.
Was mit deiner jetzigen Kleidung? Sieht nicht anständig, oder was? Komme ich da irgendwie?
This is a place of prayer. Do keep your voice low.
I fear I've much to attend to.
I have noticed that the abbess goes out every night without fail. Perhaps you could wait.
Ja, also muss ich jetzt warten, bis Nacht ist. Kann ich hier in der Nähe warten? Nee. Ich sehe gar nichts.
There's a ladder here.
After you, Arisen.
Cool. Nicht cool.
I swear I've not blinked once in the last hour. Boots laced, belt strapped. I'm ready for patrol.
I'll take the knife once you're desperate.
What brings you here?
Take it easy, say.
Need anything?
anything?
Verkaufen. Will ich was verkaufen? Nee, eigentlich nicht. Will eigentlich auch nicht
Stop
kaufen.
by again soon.
No
Falscher,
purchases to be made today, I see.
falscher
I just hope the
Händler.
shop.
Welcome to Pure, and quality is what you need if you want to survive.
Kriegt ja manchmal bessere Sachen. Öliger Schleim habe ich gar nichts. Kuriom und das kann ich machen. Jawohl. Kann ich nicht machen. Schade. Oh, Merlin kann das da machen. Nice. Den Zauberstab verbessern. Den Helm verbessern. Die habe ich gar nicht angezogen. Wieso verbessere ich die?
So, before you check the price, just remember. Many thanks. I appreciate.
I know not why, but the words basement sick room set my hair on end. Shall we investigate?
Splendid.
There's naught I could have done.
I don't believe I've had the pleasure, sir. Have we some business I'm unaware of?
Ja, klar. Dein Mann da, Alter. Da gibt's jetzt Bettler aus.
You mean to tell me that Albert has been playing the part of a beggar? That man who would sooner starve to death than lift a finger in the pursuit of honest labor? If this is a jest, it is in very poor taste. All the same, I shall test the truth of your accusation, and who better to make it plain for us than Albert himself? I will place these clothes somewhere about the house. If he has aught to hide, his reaction when he finds them will doubtless be very telling. You may visit us again in a few days' time. Fear not. I have no intention of causing a fuss.
Wo muss ich warten? Was habe ich für Aufträge? Schauen wir mal. Warten. Nachts kehre zum Hauptmann zurück. Ja, was habe ich herausgefunden? Warte einige Tage. Erwartet Donner. Ah, das können wir machen.
The letter has reached its recipient. Shall we inform Sir Donovan, Master? Ah, yes, I know just where to find this person. Follow me.
A guide is most welcome. Now we shan't lose our way.
Where are you off to?
Good, we're here.
Ah, you've returned. How did you fare on the journey to Melv?
Great, Junge, great.
Splendid. You've been an immense help, I must say. The cart reached its destination safe and sound, and from the tell of it, you even rid the road of a few monsters. You've
Ox carts seem a convenient choice for longer journeys. I see no harm in making use of them as needed, Master.
I suppose 'tis so.
Signal verwenden und findet so viel wie möglich über die Herkunft des Weichens Souveräns heraus. Kehrt dann zu Hauptmann Brent zurück und berichtet ihm von seinen Erkenntnissen. Der Thronräuber ist in der Stadt, ein neuer Bogen. Da war ich halt schon mal. Ich muss halt ewig weit laufen jetzt wieder.
do much at this hour.
Gar keinen Ausdauertraining hat der Mann gemacht.
This place offers a view of the sea.
I wonder what lies at its bottom.
I've kept just about anywhere.
Die Abkürzung hier.
An unlikely location for a path. Mayhap it leads to a hidden hoard of treasure.
Pray keep your wits about you. We needn't go barging in.
This is rather thrilling. You're well fond of picking things up, aren't you?
Very useful ingredients to be gathered here.
Seems we've enemies in our midst.
I shan't let them harm you.
Wir da ab mit Blick auf den Palast, vergessener Riftstein. Ah, da oben war doch dieser Golem, ja.
What is that, tower? Nay, a statue.
We ought to take a closer look.
No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. The early griffin gets the worm, as they say.
My magic will imbue your weapon with the fury of the elements. Not bad. I'll hold the enemy in place.
Not a bad. Over so soon? Why, we seem to have come through unscathed. No doubt this triumph will spur us into the next.
Oh mein Gott. Lauf, lauf, lauf. Ganz außenrum wieder. War ich hier nicht schon mal? Ich weiß es nicht.
Looking around, it strikes me that we pawns are all men. I wonder if this speaks to the Arisen's preference.
It is surely a coincidence. Don't make such a fuss.
Da war ich schon. Alles gut, alles gut, alles gut.
There's a campsite nearby, if memory serves. I camped there myself, in another world. Shall I lead the way?
Nothing to find here. Time to move on.
Feast your eyes on this.
Die kleinen Ratten alle.
Here, an enchantment of cold to freeze our foes.
Einfach nur den Weg folgen. Einfach nur den Weg folgen. Kein Streit anfangen.
Decent spot for a campsite.
Better to rest while we're here than lament our hero.
I will protect you. What has changed since we last came? I hope this does not bode ill.
I cannot fault your memory. We must get to the bottom of this.
Was hat sich verändert seit dem letzten Mal?
I'm just grateful I get to lead a quiet life. I've things to do if you don't.
So dull when there's nothing.
Well met. Sir. How might I be of service? Fancy a look at my wares? Always a pleasure. Feels eerie with no one about.
Think my days are naught but toil.
Schauen wir mal, was sich verändert hat hier.
Is there aught else you'd care to ask? Arthur, you say? I've lived in this village many a year, but I can't say I've heard of someone by that name. Is there aught else you'd care to ask?
Ups, was hat gemacht?
You're curious what I know of you? Quite a bit, I should think. Naturally, I'm not the only one. Our village has its own network of spies. You're the second arisen to come to Vermont. And you've allied yourself. In response, she's... Oops. I don't misunderstand. I'm no ally of the Queen. Those who deal in information must ne'er align themselves with... Is there aught else you'd care to ask? If aught about our humble... For 'tis here that thieves are to begin with. Of course, you are no... Which is to say... Is there aught else you'd care to ask? I take care...
In welchem Haus war der Geheimgang? Ich hoffe mal in dem hier. Ich glaube schon, der ging nämlich in die Wand rein, ja. In den Berg quasi.
Do you know how long you'll be? I only asked so that I might adopt the most effective stance to recuperate my strength.
Tis not our place to hurry the Arisen. That all you wanted to ask? Figures you'd want to know about him. We're supposed to be neutral. Ordinarily, I wouldn't say a word about one of our jobs. But I suppose I can tell you, the situation being what is. His real name is Dara. He was one of us, but he's been exiled. We had no choice, see? After he went off to play the false Arisen,
Okay.
we're men and women of shadow. Center stage isn't our place to stand. That's why he was cast out. He'll ne'er be part of our village again. That all you wanted to ask? For all this, Dara was in line to become the next thief maester, but he failed. Took a massive injury to the chest during the trial. So the title fell to me. That's when he went off, saying he used the scar on his chest to pose as the Arisen. And what a scheme that turned out to be, eh? Now he gets to sit pretty on the best seat in the kingdom. Still, you'd have a hard time proving that he's not who he says he is. He's a wily one, that Dara. Always was careful not to leave behind a shred of evidence. But we can't have him thinking that he gets to go off and enjoy a peaceful life in a lap of luxury after breaking our code. Me thinks he needs something to remind him of the debt he owes us. Here, this should do the trick. So this is where you were, Master. I searched high and low for you.
Our party is reunited. Surely we can ask for no more than that. Right, just follow me.
Wir gehen jetzt zurück in die Stadt, oder? Soll ich noch so einen Teleportstein verwenden, aber ich muss eh warten, bis Nacht ist. Was treibst du?
Be on your guard.
I only hope we encounter no foes. There, we are safely through.
Look there. I espy another statue.
What say we mark it in our minds as a place of interest?
Vor mir, irgendwo hier. War ich da schon mal? Sieht nicht so aus. Wie komme ich da hin? Oh, nicht runterfallen. Gut.
I could lead you to a nearby campsite if you'd like. I learned of its location in another world.
Follow me.
Jetzt kriege ich immer wieder 100 DP. Ich meine, ich will mich nicht beschweren, mich wundert es immer noch.
"'Tis the mark of a champion to prevail with weapons sheathed. Let my magics grant you an elemental boon."
Käfer.
Battle is best avoided here. Have my protection! Ort fell from the beast as it breathed its last.
Oh.
For our efforts.
I happen to understand Elvish, Master. I expect you'll find my talents useful, should we encounter another speaker.
Nö, danke. Bin ganz zufrieden mit meinen Begleitern. Wir gehen da mal hoch.
You're well fond of picking things up, aren't you? Somewhat overdone, but no matter.
We have found a material.
Different combinations of materials result in different creations.
Gibt's hier sonst irgendwas? Nur die 4 Banditen oder was? Und die kleine Kiste.
Sunset draws near.
Ears pricked. It will be difficult to pinpoint distant foes by sight alone.
The Arisen has been drenched. Ice's sting is yours to wield.
I hope you weren't expecting mercy.
It is clear you're not interested in arriving at our destination, so I'll hold off on guiding us there for now.
Oh, ist ein kleiner Drache. Oh, fuck. So klein ist er doch nicht.
Lord save our best will do.
Alone the heart won't end
Filling its pots is no mean
Ich weiß nicht, was das rot ist, aber ich schlage einfach mal drauf. Alter.
What has stricken you, Arisen? Let my magic bring your weapon to the fury of the elements.
Zaubert der gerade irgendwas?
I shan't suffer such an offense. We are our master. I shan't harm you.
Wieso fliegt der jetzt einfach weg? Was soll denn das? Wieso fliegt der Kackdrache jetzt einfach weg?
All might have been lost in the throes of battle, yet we put up a brave fight, and here we stand. Considering the might of our combined...
Und jetzt ein bisschen blöd, dass er einmal weggeflogen ist.
experience, what other outcome could there have been?
Der haben wir verpisst. So viel Mühe gegeben, Alter. Oh, eine Kiste. Waldläufer Beinkleider. Was ist das da hier? Lindwurmkristall.
Would you care to behold a forgotten rift stone, as yet undiscovered in this world? Then follow me. 'Tisn't far. I suppose you'll be wanting a guide. Very well. Very well. I'll guide you there directly.
Would seem we've little choice but to set out for the place.
Mines! There! One of us has been drenched.
That was outstanding, if I do say so myself.
Once more.
Here at last.
Ja, steh auf jetzt.
Now here's a surprise.
I'll carefully conserve my strength and endeavor to survive
Oh, die
every
ist hübsch.
battle by way of
Kitty.
sound strategy and defensive tactics.
Jedes Bauwerk zieht meinen Blick an. Vielleicht lohnt es sich, es zu untersuchen. Ja, bei Nacht sieht man halt kein Bauwerk.
If 'tis discipline your company lacks, I can provide.
Here, an enchantment of cold to freeze our foes. You have my protection.
Höhle. Grotte des
I never would
Schreckens.
have expected to find a cave in a place like this.
Might I recommend we venture inside before bandits find us?
Jegliche Pimmelwürmer.
An appropriate choice arisen. I'll gladly take the lead.
My magics are yours to command, should you require the skill of a mage. I would gladly be of aid arisen.
Geil.
Allow me to check whether there's aught nearby.
Don't even think of coming up on me from behind as a jest. My heart couldn't handle the shock.
Was ist das da? Warum ist da eine gelbe Markierung auf der Map?
These fiends will resurrect so long as their skulls remain intact. But fear not, I shall gladly smash every last one.
Let my magics grant you an element of food.
less than what one might have expected.
We cannot expect gleaming treasures round every corner.
Ja, der Typ hat eine Mission, oder? Der will bestimmt irgendwohin begleitet werden oder sowas.
It is good to see that you are well. Mayhap you'd lend an ear to my meager request, sir.
Ja, ja, klar. Ich werde auf eine Expedition weit weg geschickt und es kann kein Soldatenbett werden, um mich zu begleiten. Ich kann es vielleicht einschaffen, aber durch Bestien und Räuber besteht immer die Gefahr, überwältigt zu werden. Und es ist wichtig, dass jemand Ziara hinterher wäre. Ich sei machen, wenn ihr mich begleiten würdet.
Many thanks.
Wohin will denn der gehen? Zurück in die Stadt, oh du kleiner Wichser, Alter.
I must admit, it feels wonderful to strike.
Mr. will back to city.
I'll take that. We might
Gehen
find a
wir
use for it.
Dann gehen wir in die Stadt zurück. Jetzt ist eh Nacht, jetzt kann ich ein paar Missionen machen. Ist eigentlich nicht schlecht, in die Stadt zu gehen. Aber ich komme bestimmt in der Stadt an und dann ist es Tag.
Would that such tranquility could last.
I suppose 'tis so. Master, Goblin!
I will protect you. Hastening Castle Master.
I dare say the Arisen could have defeated this lot without it.
Prison has been torched! Quick! Douse the flames! Just yonder looks to be a good spot for harvesting ingredients.
We could pick some now and use them when the need arises.
Guard all you want. It won't make a difference when I grapple you, see?
Ja, schwer sieht nicht schlecht aus. Was ist für
I have a
einer?
modest talent for spotting materials that can be used to enhance your equipment.
Besiege Zyklop 10.000 Belohnung.
Ice's sting is yours to wield.
Ist eigentlich keine schlechte Idee mit sowas. Vielleicht soll ich auch mal so ein Zyklop besiegen oder so machen.
You're well fond of picking things up, aren't you? This cannot be.
Ja, da ist irgendwas Großes.
Challenge arisen to see who can keep pace.
Let us endeavor to keep up,
Das
though we are less fleet of foot.
So, das ist gerade gebrannt. Wegen den Kobolden hier oder was? Ja, Mann.
Have my protection.
plenty more where that
Well said. When tarred, be sure to avoid open flame.
Best we extinguish our lantern before we take another step. Yon foe will be upon us in moments if it sees the light.
Let my magic imbue your weapon with the fury of the element.
Solche Scheißdinger alle. Die verschwinden einfach und tauchen die wieder auf.
We mustn't allow ourselves to become complacent.
Da.
Tell is, Vermund was once a beastren kingdom.
Fascinating.
Indeed.
Is there no getting through this door?
Da gibt es einen anderen Weg rein, oder was? Dann gehen wir mal auf den Kahn hier. Junge, kletter auf den Kahn, habe ich gesagt. Ist da drauf und hier ist ein Loch im Dach irgendwo. Ist da ein Loch im Dach? Natürlich ist da kein Loch im Dach, schade. Oh. Hast du was, Kumpel? Ne, der hockt sich da einfach noch hin, okay. Ist ein Loch im Boden. Ich komme da irgendwie von unten hin. Muss ich mal bei Tag schauen. Was haben wir hier Schönes? Komm, Junge. Du bist da, wo du hin wolltest.
Much obliged.
Vielen Dank, dass ihr mir nachgekommen seid. Ich hätte es ohne eure Hilfe vielleicht nicht unversehrt an mein Ziel geschafft. Es ist offensichtlich, dass ihr verlässlich seid. Und ich werde nicht zögern, euch erneut um Hilfe zu bitten, soll ich sie benötigen. Was kriege ich dafür jetzt? 1500. Das ist jetzt gefühlt so eine unwichtige Beschäftigung quasi, glaube ich. Das hat ja keine Story oder so. Meine ich nochmal. Aber einer hat mich mal in ein Dorf geführt, das war gut.
Do you perchance remember me? You once knew me as maid to the young master, Sebastian. Well, I'm his maid no longer. Though I meant no harm, the mistress saw fit to turn me out.
Oh, jetzt wird die entlassen, okay.
Tell no other soul of this. But the girl I had you fetch was none other than Sebastian's own twin sister. tired of inviting conflict over their inheritance, Daphne's family branded her a cursed babe and sent her away. Yet the loss of her newborn child drove the mistress half mad with grief. She's been bedridden ever since. I had hoped the sight of her long-lost daughter might rekindle some vital spark within my mistress. But alas, 'twould seem it was not to be. In the end, my good intention, I suppose 'twas no less than my due for meddling in the...
Oh Mann, voll kacke.
I've brought you a gift. Will you...
Foliantes Wild.
Got
Beuters.
any tales to liven up my day?
Mögt den Vasallen die Fundorte von Verbesserungsmaterialien auf der Karte zu markieren.
Isn't there anything to do round here? Wickedness has no hold upon its own.
Medicine! 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 Now! Now! Now!
Nee.
Oh, someone help me. Jahan? Bruno, where have you gone? Oh.
I'll gather this. It might be of use.
Aufträge. Lady Lea hat die Führung durch die... nee, das haben wir alles. Versuch das Krankzimmer im Keller beweisen die. Okay.
What do you think? Does this suit me?
The patients in this room must not be disturbed. Leave this place at once. Beg pardon, sir, but this room is where our most severe cases convalesce.
Entschuldigung, ja.
I don't like it here. I want to go home.
I dare not showcase a
Interested in my ware?
Elena. Ah, yes. The abbess of the gracious hand. A fine woman by all accounts. I was in her care once myself. But I must admit, I've always felt there's something off about her. You see, I was only a little under the weather when I entered her care. But then I started getting sicker and sicker till I was certain death would come for me. In the end, I survived, but methinks I was one of the lucky few. So many died down there.
Sie macht die Leute krank, um die wieder gesund zu machen.
I saw her, the abbess, meeting with a strange man. She handed him a large parcel, all wrapped up. And he gave her something small in return. You'd think 'twere medicine, but I'd not have bought medicine from a man like that. They were whispering, but I did hear one of them say aught about keeping quiet. 'Tis well suspicious, eh? Where'd they meet? 'Twas in the square in the eastern part of the common quarter, and always a night, as I recall.
Lady Eleanor's a goodly person, a saint-like. Her earnest care saw me back to full health. I wavered between life and death for quite some time in that basement sick room, and she watched o'er me through it all, bless her. Can't say as I miss that basement, mind. 'Tis an eerie place, dark and shadowy, filled with the moaning of the sick. Suppose 'tis only to be expected, given the state of those assembled. I'm sure I was moaning too.
Ah, Sir Arisen. I've been meaning to speak with you. Did you, perchance, pay a visit to the House of the Blue Sunbright? I see. After the rather strongly worded letter I received, I feared as much. 'Twas under unique circumstances, shall we say, that Daphne came to reside with us. You must understand, the House of the Blue Sunbright is our most generous benefactor, and their favor hinges upon our continued discretion. Thus, for the sake of all who reside herein, I beg you to steer Daphne away from any further contact with that household. Though it pains me to perpetuate the girl's misfortune, it must be done, if the gracious hand is to continue to function.
Ja, was geht denn da ab?
One day, I'm going to have proper rain.
In the end, I suppose 'twas no less than my due.
Sir Arisen, pray see to it that naught akin to the recent debacle be...
Echt voll gemein.
I'll take any chance not to think of.
My pack's grown rather heavy.
Let's see. What can we do without?
Leave off. Leave off.
This is generally used as a material.
Different combinations of materials result in different creations.
Einlagern. Was kann ich noch einlagern? Ich glaube, die sind gar nicht so schlecht. ...99 Tränke bis zum Abend ruhen.
A good sleep will ensure we are prepared.
Wieso läuft die mir nach?
Does this suit me?
Got any tales to liven up my day?
What's your problem?
Might I beg but a moment of your time? Here.
Aye, this is plenty. Lord Phasus is like to be in your debt. Nicely done. Suppose it can't have been easy to procure this much so quickly.
You suppose wrong. I command their full faith. 'Tis simple for me to extract what I require.
Ha! You're a fearsome one. Here's hoping I ne'er end up in your care.
Enough. I gave you yours, now you give me mine. I'd not be seen here with you.
Ah, of course. Wouldn't want to hurt the Lady Saint's image in the eyes of the common folk, would we?
Nimm die
Here's your
Drogen oder was?
special medicine.
Glad we understand each other. Till next time.
Aye, be seeing you.
Lord Phasus. 'Tis a name of great import, of that I am certain.
I'm not sure what we're dealing with here.
Leave off.
I fear I've much to attend to.
Just leave me to my misery.
Wieso läuft mir das kleine Mädchen die ganze Zeit nach?
Look, Master, a treasure chest. We shall have to find a way to reach it.
This ladder looks sturdy enough to climb.
Perhaps
I would be glad to demonstrate the efficacy of my mage skills, should you desire magical assistance. I would gladly be of aid, Arisen.
You're always such fun to talk to.
Okay, lass mal gucken. Ich muss dann hier von der rechts kommen, ja, vom Turm aus. Komme ich zum Turm nochmal. Bin da letztens aus Versehen hochgekommen. Ist der Turm, oder? Ja. Die Kameraführung ist echt scheiße manchmal. Willst du mich verarschen, Junge? Du bist ja ein Idiot.
You're always such fun to talk to.
Ja, du bist so ein Idiot.
All this patrolling does a number on my shoulders.
Ein Reisestein, nice. Ach komm, der halt dich doch wenigstens fest oder so.
Chance to put my feet up is as welcome as fine ale.
This isn't much to go on.
How did I end up in this miserable place?
Naught of import ever happens here, anyhow.
So tired. I can hit just about anywhere.
Boah, leck. Das ist richtig schlimm mit dem.
You are in need of healing. Allow me. Wait right there.
My, how lovely to
Schau mal. Ein hübsche
I
Blumenstraße.
appreciate it. True.
Naught of import ever happens here, anyhow.
Everyone's busy with their own affairs.
Wish I didn't have to work to earn my bread.
Naught of import ever happens here, anyhow.
There is surely no fate more wretched than this.
So, was kann ich jetzt noch machen? Aufträge.
As I recall, the location of another of our tasks is not far from here.
We shall have to decide which is the most pressing. We cannot do everything at once.
Too quiet here for my liking.
Have no fear, Master. I'll fare all right without you. For a little while. I suppose all we can do is wait.
Nice, ich bin ja reingebrochen. Ich speichere mal, ich weiß nicht, was passiert, wenn ich, keine Ahnung, gesehen werde oder wie auch immer.
Got to focus. My head will roll if aught goes awry.
'Tis good to be reunited.
Ah. Ist einfach ein anderer Ausgang.
Townspeople depend on me.
How dare you! Hold fast! You have the strength to prevail!
Doesn't sit well with me.
Steel yourself, and we shall not fall here!
Must needs be done.
That's quite enough.
Stay calm now. Remember your training.
Ja, jetzt habe ich irgendwelche Leute gekillt hier. Weiß nicht, ob das so geil war.
Huh? Thanks, I suppose.
have you come to release me from this jail? Who are you? Oh. Then we are presented with 3 options. Either the law of our world that allows only one arisen has been, or Jesus arisen is false, or you are lying to me. Have you proof that you are arisen, as you say? Ah, they say the Arisen's breast bears a wound akin to the dragon's claw. By that mark, 'twould seem 'tis true. This reminds me of a happening 148 years ago. During the reign of Regent Alphonse, a man named Crusoe appeared and claimed to be arisen. He went before the people, insisting that he, and not Regent Alphonse, was the true arisen, the one fit to lead them as their ruler. And what befell him, you ask? Ha! Crusoe was discovered to be a liar, whereupon his head was liberated from his shoulders on the spot. Aye, I dare say your arrival portends another beheading, but whose will it be, Escape? But why? Here I spend my days perusing the code and deciphering old texts. I can devote all my time to my own interests. And I need not turn my ear to Deesa's absurd demands. 'Tis a paradise to me, this cell. That said, if you know of a place with a mountain of tomes I could delve into, I might rethink the matter.
And I know what.
Tell me, does that ring any bells? Oh, to think such a place existed. How very curious. Guide me outside, then. If you can deliver me from this pit, I ought to be able to find the rest of the way on my own.
Hey Jungs.
My curative magics are at your disposal. Wait right there.
Aye, this should be far enough. My thanks. If you truly are arisen, then I swear to someday repay this debt I owe. Words may be wind, but there's naught else I can offer you at present. Pray visit me if you've the time or inclination. Mayhap the knowledge I've gained reading tomes of Eld could be of some use to you.
Huzzah! We must inform Captain Brandt at once.
Los geht's.
You'll never reach our destination if you continue in that direction, Master. But I suppose I can guide us there later.
The Arisen decides our path. We have but to follow.
Now we must report to Captain Brandt. That's the way of things, is it not?
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. It seems Magistrate Wardor has been safely delivered from his cell. The man's dedication to justice shall doubtless be a great boon to our cause. Mayhap 'twould be prudent to visit man on occasion and avail yourself of his vast stores of wisdom. He might have knowledge that could benefit you on your travels.
Okay.
Now, would you be so kind as to return the key I lent you? I thank you. Pray, take this. Consider it remuneration for your Majesty's efforts.
Jetzt krieg ich 7000 Gold, Reisestein.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true arisen. Have you divined aught of the false sovereign, your Majesty? This appears to be a bill calling for the arrest of a man named Dara. But hold a moment. Does this man's countenance not bear an uncanny resemblance to that of the false sovereign? I see. If your Majesty is certain that the two are one and the same, then I am convinced as well. However, I'm afraid this paper alone does not constitute sufficient proof. Ah, but of course. I surmise your Majesty intends to post the bill and invite suspicion. A clever plan. The Queen Regent will be forced to deny any connection to our new sovereign, yet will be unable to remove the bill from the public eye. Furthermore, 'twill serve as an attestation to Dara's existence, which shall remain an undeniable truth till the man resurfaces. And all the while, the doubts lurking in the hearts of the citizenry will continue to deepen. A clever ploy indeed. I shall attend to this matter personally. I've no doubt that this bill will prove its worth in due course. You have my gratitude, your Majesty. Your aid has been invaluable.
That thief maester's a capable sort. I'd wager this will make life rather difficult for the Queen Regent.
Was soll er mir geben? Ich habe mal 2.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim. Ah, yes. Regarding your pursuer from some days past, as we suspected. He was indeed an agent from Batal. When he learnt of your Majesty's escape, he began inquiring after your movements. 'Tis a glad thing we captured him before matters escalated. As to how he learned your Majesty's location with such ease, I intend to extract the answers from him anon. I shall be sure to inform you when I do. Pray, take this.
So the agent
Nice.
is Batal after all. It is rather eerie that someone should be sent across the border to spy on me.
Hüpfgefrau.
My, how lovely. I'm glad of it. How grand it must be to live.
Berliner oder so.
I'm glad of any business. My, how...
So. Das ist ein bisschen erledigt. Schauen wir mal, was gibt's hier noch?
This job plays out better than the last. Well met, sir.
I've more time than I know how to spend.
We have found a material.
Different combinations of materials result in different creations.
Good to see you. Those garments you gave me had a marked effect. Albert set off to work the moment he saw them, and he's been working steadily e'er since. I ne'er thought I'd see the day. To be frank, I've not the slightest interest in the man, but he can surely benefit this city much more by performing an honest duty than by begging on the streets. In short, you've done us all a service. Pray, allow me to show my appreciation.
We're off to Vernwood Palace, then.
Fascinating. To see these tales play out so differently is one of the few privileges of a pawn.
Truly? Fie! I thought I was being careful. How'd she find me out?
Dun, 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 dun.
Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
No harm in picking a few.
I'm afraid I'm unfamiliar with the matter at hand. Perhaps we should have a more knowledgeable pawn join our party.
Soll ich heute unternehmen, sagt er.
Good for a laugh.
You're back. Pray, tell me, have you found anything? What? You found a medicine used only in the basement sick room?
Yeah.
I don't like the sound of that. Do you think... Could I trouble you to look into this as well? Mayhap you could show it to the doctor I saw before coming here. Radcliffe, his name was. He's staying in the rest town. Pray, sir, do what you can. I must know.
Methinks we would do well to bring this medicine...
You're back. Pray, tell me, these look like records of treatment. Johann and Bruno. I know these two. They left here not long ago, fit as a pair of fiddles. I recall them being especially meek to the abbess. Mayhap that's what got them out safely. At any rate, they may know aught of use. Loath as I am to ask more of you.
Jetzt muss ich zum Arzt. Jetzt ist Tag. Jetzt wird's hell.
These writings could be of import.
Let's have a look then.
Die habe ich schon gesehen. Jackie, was macht ihr? Was treibt ihr? Gekistelt werden. Komme ich hier raus? Wie komme ich hier raus?
It is here that the bodies of those... I beg you to conduct yourself with care and with a reverence befitting of one. Perhaps you've a moment to spare, an ear to lend. An unsettled mind begets an unsettled... Your patronage is much appreciated.
Aha, okay. Also seid ihr damit fertig, ja? Jetzt noch ein Film oder geht jetzt schlafen alle? Shit. Hallo, guter Mann.
Still, however pressed, no man is like to hand her his own wife, eh? The watchhead refused, and rightly so. But his lordship doesn't take no for an answer. He employed his usual method, which is to say, he dispatched the watchhead on a mission to slay a Dullahan. Poor old Gregor departed last night. I'm sorry to say it, but he shan't be returning alive. That's the sort of man that noble is, you see. Naught noble about him, if you ask me. That tyrannical son.
An ox cart ought to make our journey easier.
One hopes these carts offer comfort commensurate to their cost.
This ox cart's bound for the check. I'll need to see some coin before I let you on.
Okay, okay. Ich glaube, dann komme ich auch jetzt dann.
There's a ladder here.
After you, Arisen.
Okay. Ist da ein Auftrag für den? Yep. Ja, dann würde ich sagen, wir machen hier Schluss für heute. Dann vielen Dank fürs Zuschauen. Gute Nacht, schönes Wochenende und bis zum nächsten Mal. Ciao. Oh Gott.